Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai. And I got four coins up here. You got the nickel, you got the quarter, you got the dime, and you got the penny. So when you look at it, when you just pay attention to all four of them, you notice the difference. It's one stand out of all of them, right? So the penny stand out, right? If you look at the penny, the penny, they got Abraham Lincoln facing the opposite way as the rest of them, like they're ashamed of him, like they facing the opposite way of him. Then number two is brown, number two is brown, and the rest of them, silver, but they got this one as brown or bronze. And three is the least amount, the penny is the least amount out of all these. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want no penny. People don't be wanting pennies. Unless it's a lot of them. People don't be looking for pennies. And the reason why I was like that is because, Abraham Lincoln, quote unquote, freed the slaves. And a lot of people look at that like, oh, Abraham Lincoln was a good president. He freed the slaves. Oh, he was this and he was that. But Abraham Lincoln had slaves, though. Feel what I'm saying? Abraham Lincoln had slaves. And it wasn't because he wanted to free the slaves. He had to, and I can't remember the reason why he had to. I was reading it today though. It was a reason that he freed the slaves. I think it was getting overpopulated, so he had to free them. It ain't because he wanted to free the slaves. How is it because he wanted to free the slaves if he had slaves? How he wanted to free the slaves if he had slaves? That's not the reason though. The reason was because it was overpopulated. You feel what I'm saying? So he had to free them. But that just to show you that, they still was upset about that. Because he freed us. They didn't want us to be free. They wanted us to be enslaved. They want us to be slaves. Why is that? Because they have a perpetual hatred towards us. The white people have a perpetual hatred towards us. And it shows you on these coins. I'm finna get out the Bible. You got Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in times of their calamity, in the times that their iniquity had an end. So he just said, and it's talking about the Edomites, so-called white people, because they were dwelling in Mount Seir at the time. So he's saying they had a perpetual hatred towards us. So it's a perpetual hatred towards us. They feel some type of way about us. It's jealousy and envy. And it comes out. I've been seeing a lot of videos. Or, you have of these it's mostly white women though, but you have some white men, but it's mostly white women. They going off on us in the stores. You have them making videos, talking about some F black lives. You didn't go through slavery, so why you worry about it? Racism is over. And it's the Edomites that had those big time jobs. They don't care though. They bold. Because they perpetual hatred coming out. They can't hide it. It's coming out because it's in them. They making videos. I seen a video of a nurse. It was Edomite that was a nurse. And she making a video. They know they can lose their jobs, but they just can't help it. That makes me wonder. She's a nurse and she talking crazy on camera. I wonder how many black lives that she let die. She a nurse and she talking about if black lives don't matter. Y'all need to stop doing what y'all doing. Slavery doesn't matter. We don't benefit off slavery. And she talking like this on video. That makes you wonder how many black lives died her hand that she just let die. Because those true colors are showing, because it says, but thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Perpetual, that means forever. It ain't gonna end. So this is why we getting killed by them, by the police. This is why we getting racially profiled by them. This is why, they always coming at us sideways. They're trying to start with it because it's perpetual hatred that's inside them that they can't help. They can try their best. They can try their best not to show you. They can smile on your face, laugh with you. But at the end of the day, it's that perpetual hatred in them, and it's showing. It's showing you through the times that we in right now. Edomites making videos left and right. Talking about black people, Hispanic people, Native American people. They're talking about us. It's because this perpetual hatred coming out now. It's showing. It's not invisible no more. It's not invisible. And the only way for this land to be cleansed is for bloodshed to happen. Simple. Their blood has to be shed for the land to be cleansed. That's the only way this land can be clean. Reparation, we don't want no reparation. We don't want no cash. We don't want no gold. We want our land back. Feel what I'm saying? We want it back. We want to be back ruler. We don't want to be in this captivity no more. Although when I say bloodshed, I'm not telling you to go out there and do it yourself. But of course we have to wait on on Yahweh to come back, and He gonna shed the blood. You feel what I'm saying? But that's showing you that that's the only way it's the land gonna have to. That's showing you the only way the lands can be cleansed is from blood. Because if it was another way, Yahweh would have did it another way. He would come back another way, but He coming back like a mass murderer, because that's the only way the land's gonna be cleansed from bloodshed from our enemies. That's the only way. And it shows y'all through history. Why was there wars for? Why would you have wars, different type of wars? You know, America had went through wars. Why is that? Because that's the only way to get what you want. That's the only way you have to get what you want. That's the only way that you gonna get what you want. Through bloodshed. Bloodshed is the answer. That's the only way, bloodshed. Nothing else gonna work. Nobody else ain't gonna listen unless blood is shed. That's why America and all the other countries go to war. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm not, like I said, I'm not telling you to go out here kill a white person. Or no, I'm not telling you to do that. Because in this time, you know, you get life sentence. You can get put to death for that. So don't do that. You gotta be wise. You have to be wise. But what I am telling you is that's what's gonna go down when the Messiah come back. Bloodshed. It's gonna be a lot of bloodshed. Because that's the only of our enemies, and the 2/3, but majority of our enemies. Because that's the only way to cleanse the land. It's the only way to cleanse the land is bloodshed. Alright, so this is just my video. You know, I had something, the Spirit had came on me to talk about this, but it's just to show you. Look, check this out though. He facing the opposite way of them. It's brown, and we brown. They trying to say that He freed us, so they made it brown like us, and it's the least amount. The penny is the least amount out of all these three coins. The penny the least amount. You feel what I'm saying? And then, like I said before, I'm gonna say it again. Abraham Lincoln was not a good president. He had slaves. He didn't want to free the slaves. He had to. You know, do your research on it. Do your research on why Abraham Lincoln really freed the slaves. You know, and start worshiping him, because he had slaves. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to give all praise to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah for allowing me to make this video. Shalom.
Because the funny thing is, you American hating assholes, go to any other country and see how you're treated as an African American. We gave you freedom, you dumb, unthankful pieces of shit. So you can thank us, the Republicans, for letting you act like assholes like you are right now. Because I guarantee if we were able to have slavery again, I'd make y'all slaves just so you wouldn't act and destroy our cities anymore. You make us regret abolishing slavery. So that's pretty fucking cool. Good job, guys.